basketball matchup between the Hillers of Hopkinton High School and New York Presidents of Quincy High School.
Hello everyone and welcome to Quincy High School, where tonight the Quincy Presidents will play host to the Hopkinton Hillers in the preliminary round of the MIAA Division I Boys Basketball Tournament. My name is Jonathan Caleri. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of QA TV Sports. This game's been delayed a couple of days due to the blizzard, especially here in the city of Quincy, about 20 inches of snow and a couple of cancellations of school. So finally we are underway here for this game. All right, we're going to send it down to our PA announcer for the introduction of the starting lineups.
The showman is a junior at 5'14", Josh Twin. The showman is a guard. He's a senior, 23 Miles Peavy. The showman is a senior. He's a co-captain at guard, number 3, Tori Ostrom Hall. The showman is a guard. He's also captain at guard, number 10, Gavin Joe. Head coach John Key, assistants Chris Banks, Jake Fulton, and Nick Walker. And now to our Quincy Presidents. This one is the freshman. This one is the sophomore. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, if you're able to stand, please take out your hats and caps for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the banner of the skies, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does our star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
All right, so real quick, we'll run down these starting lineups. First, for Hopkinton High School, Hopkinton comes into the game as the number 41 seed in the tournament, a record of 12-8, playing out of the Tri-Valley League in the large school division. So the starting lineups: number 3, Tori Alstrom Hall, a senior. Number 5, Connor McNally, a junior. Number 10, Gavin Cho, a senior. Number 14, Josh Kim, a junior. And number 23, Miles Heavey, a senior. For the Presidents, they come in as the number 24 seed in the Division 1. Their record is 16-5 on the season. So starting lineup for the Presidents: number 2, Sean Perry, a senior. Number 5, Jathan Panay, a sophomore. Number 10, Malcolm McMurrow, senior. Number 11, Jan Medina, a junior. And number 30, Abra Bajak, a freshman. All right, underway here at Monroe McLean Gymnasium. The Presidents win the tap and get things going. Started off with a 3 by Sean Perry, and it is good. It's right off the back, Presidents with a quick 3-0 lead. And a quick turnover there by the Presidents. Coming away with it there for the Hillers was Josh Kim. And take to the hair there, take to the hole was Tori Alstrom Hall to get the Hillers on the board. Yamadina driving to the hole, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Heavey. Cho quickly coming up, trying to go coast to coast, and foul's going to be called on the floor. Foul called on Sean Perry for the Presidents.
That's foul number 2, Sean Perry, his first, team's first.
Heavey for 3, no good. Lagage with the rebound for the Presidents. Trying to get it down low to McMorrow, quickly back out to Perry. He's going to shoot another 3 and off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Cho, and he quickly brings it up now for the Hillers. Kim trying to drive, and traveling violation called against Josh Kim. Lost his balance there, was trying to pass it off, but couldn't control. Now Medina being pressured full court by Miles Heavey. Medina gets across. Oh, nice look there. Find Malcolm McMurrow down low. Now another nice take there by Alstrom Hall for the Hillers. Quickly come back to match the bucket. 5-4 early on here in the first quarter. Presidents on top. And another nice look down from McMurrow. He can't get it. Gets his own rebound. Again, he gets his own rebound. And finally, on the third time, strong take to the hole there by Malcolm McMurrow. Gives the Presidents a 7-4 lead. Shot there, no good by Gavin Cho. McMurrow with the rebound. Panay lost a dribble, got taken away there by Alstrom Hall. And we're going to have a line change almost here for the Hillers as 4 new players check into the game.
Foul number 25. Connor Wynn. His first, team's first.
Rocco Spinelli knocks that ball out of bounds for the Hillers. McMurrow, another 2 points there for the Presidents. 9-4, Quincy on top, 5-point lead. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And nice defense there by the Presidents. McMurrow and Yamadina there. Perry trying to get it down low for Abba Bajak.
Stays in.
Right into the hands for the Presidents. Panay trying to get a shot off. Look like it might have got partially blocked there by the Hillers. Connor McNally almost lost the ball there for the Hills, but he's able to hold on to it. Jump ball was called, and it'll be Hopkinton ball. Now Christian Raphael checks in for the Presidents, as does Sean Conroy. Rocco Spinelli was trying to go up and under, almost lost the ball, and that time he does with a bad pass, taken away there by Jan Medina, and Medina gets his shot blocked, and they're going to say out of bounds off the Presidents. So Hopkinton ball. 3:49 left to go in the first, 9-4, Presidents on top. Gavin Cho passes it off to Spinelli, back to Cho.
Quincy Paul, number 10, Malcolm McMorrow. His first team second at the line, number 10, Gavin Cho, shooting 2.
Now Medina quickly comes back down for the Presidents, and he gets a nice 2-point bucket there. 11-4, Quincy on top. All right, timeout called down on the floor with 3:16 to go here in the first quarter. Quincy with an 11-4 lead over Hopkinton. I want to apologize for some technical difficulties we're having here with our camera, trying to get everything fixed. And just as I say that, nice bucket by Sean Conroy for the Presidents. 13-4 lead for Quincy High, 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. All right, loose ball, and it's going to be President's ball. And Medina bringing it up now for the Presidents over to Panay. Conroy for three, no good. Rebounded by the Presidents. Medina's got to try himself, can't get that to go. Gavin Schultz brings it down for the Hillers and almost taken away there by Medina. And pass into the corner. Was looking for Connor Nguyen, but could not hold on to it.
Line change for the Hillers.
Hillers coming with some pressure now against the Presidents. They thought about a long two, passes off to Conroy. Trying to get it down to Raphael in the block in. Oh, nice defense down there by the Hillers. Panay gets it taken away. Raphael's right there for it though. 9 in the shot clock, and Jathan Panay gets the loose ball, puts it up there for the Presidents. 15-4 lead, Quincy on top. And a nice bucket there by Josh Kim. And foul's going to be called on Josh Kim. Got his hand in there on Malcolm McMurrow. Second team foul against Hopkinton. Conroy for three, can't get it, and foul called down on the block against Christian Raphael.
Christian Raphael is first. Choose third.
Under a minute to go now here in the first quarter. 15-6 Quincy on top. A nice pass down low, and finishing off there was Patrick Riley, who's checked in here for Hopkinton. 15-8, 40 seconds in the first quarter. And timeout was called by the Presidents. So 35.9 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Again, Presidents call a timeout. Coach Matt Ramponi did not like how his team was trying to get the ball up court there, so he calls time. Going to mention this game was originally scheduled for Tuesday night, but because of the blizzard and the cancellation of school here in Quincy, has been moved to tonight. The winner of this game will go on to face the Beverly Panthers, who are the number 9 seed in the tournament. That game will take place on Saturday, the 28th at 3 p.m. in Beverly.
Just a quick note on Sunday at 3 o'clock, Quincy Girls versus Durfee. Tip-off time again, 3 o'clock Sunday.
Hillers back off of their full court pressure as Presidents get it across half court. .24 seconds to go on the game clock, and Conroy can't hold on to it. And it'll be Hillers' ball. They can hold for the final shot of the quarter as the shot clock has been turned off. Tori Alstrom Hall has the ball. 8 seconds to go now. Alstrom Hall working against Sean Perry. Foul call on the floor. And they're going to say no basket. Foul was on the floor. Foul was called with 2.6 seconds left here in the quarter.
Foul number 2, Sean Perry. In the ball game number 5, Jacob Panay for Quincy.
That's Sean Perry's second foul. All right, so Hiller's ball, 2.6 seconds to shoot the ball here in the quarter. And they pass it off of Panay, and with no time left on the clock, Alstrom Hall is going to go to the line to get 2 foul shots. A great play there by Alstrom Hall. Panay put his back to him, who's inbounding the ball, to try to look for the cutter. And let's see if they can put some more time on the clock or not. All right, so they put 0.3 seconds on the clock. And Alstrom Hall misses the first. And can't make either shot, and Bakaj with the rebound. So at the end of the first quarter of play here, back and forth here at Monroe McLean Gymnasium, and the Presidents lead Hopkinton by a score of 15-8.
The Quincy ball to start the second quarter. Hopkins ball.
They initially said it was going to be Quincy Ball, and they've switched it over to Hopkinton. Quincy did win the initial tip. All right, so underway here in the second quarter. And McMurrow comes away with the ball for the Presidents. Three there is no good. And trying to save it there for the Presidents was Sean Conroy, but he could not, so the Hopkinton ball. Yamadina hasn't been able to get going here for the Presidents, only 2 points tonight. He's been the leading scorer for Quincy High this season. He had the ball, kicked it out. Josh Kim driving in, and wild shot there, and it's going to be violation there as it basically a self-pass. So Quincy ball, nice defense by the Presidents. Kim had really nowhere to go, just kind of tried to loft the ball up, and nothing there. Medina gets across half court and finds Conroy on the other side of the floor. Gets it into McMurrow, and nice job there by McMurrow off the glass and in. McMurrow with 8 points to lead the way for the Presidents. 17-8 Quincy here in the second quarter. And a fight down low there, and going to the line is going to be number 22, Andrew Buscherman.
At the line, number 22, Andrew Bushman. Shooting 2.
Boschman, a junior for the Hillers. First one off the front of the rim and out.
Number 4, Christian Raphael in the ball game for Quincy.
All right, 1 or 2 at the line for Boschman. 17-9, Quincy on top. And they found a seam, drove to the hole, gets it up and in. Took some contact as well, but a great take there by Jathan Panay. 10-point lead, 19-9 for the Presidents. 3 there is no good by Connor McNally. Medina with the rebound. Panay, oh, great look down low for Bagaj. And he's going to go to the line for a 3-point play. Patrick Riley called for the foul, and a timeout was called by head coach Tom Keene of the Hillers. As the score is now 21-9, with Bagaj at the line again to add another point on there with the foul shot. Great look down low there by the Presidents. A couple of great passes and a great take as well have increased the lead here for Quincy High.
That last foul was on number 35, Patrick Riley. He's first at the line. Bagaj shooting 1.
Hillers with the rebound and traveling violation called against McNally. And the Hillers have just not been able to get anything going here. It's been nice defense by the Presidents and just shots not going in for the Hillers as well. Nice ball movement here by Quincy. And Conroy was trying to get it down low to Christian Raphael, and knocking it away for the Hillers looked like it was Gavin Show.
Number 25, Connor Whitman in the ball game for Hopkinton.
Now Medina with a take, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound into the hands of Andrew Buscherman. Oh, great take there by Connor McNally for the Hillers. Wow, spin move and behind the back layup there for McNally. Panay coming down, he goes up and gets hit hard down on the floor, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Buscherman with the foul.
His first at the line, number 5, Jacob Panay, shooting 2.
5:25 to go here in the second quarter. Panay makes the first. And 1 to 2 for Panay. 22-11, Quincy on top. Shot there by Spinelli, no good. Didn't hit anything into the hands of Raphael. Benet quickly comes back, and a big block there by Gavin Cho for the Hillers. And great hustle play there by Abra Bagaj to get that loose ball and put it up and in. So the foul is going to be called against Hopkinton as Sean Conroy got the defensive rebound. Rocco Spinelli called for the foul. That's his first. And travel's going to be called against Jan Medina. Look like it was a clean block there by Bagaj, but he's going to get called for the foul.
Pretty foul number 30 out of Bagaj is first at the line of the 10, Gavin Cho, shooting 2.
Gavin Cho now at the line to shoot 2.
Line change for the Hillers.
Josh Kim checks in for Gavin Cho. He makes 1 of 2 at the line. 24-12, Quincy on top. Conroy with his own rebound and puts it up and in. Nice defense by the Presidents. Patrick Riley's pass was knocked out of bounds, but remained Hopkinton ball. Miles Heavey for 2. First 2 points for Heavey. And Con McNally does a nice job for Hopkins to knock that ball out of bounds. .404 left to go in the second quarter. Quincy with a 26-14 lead. Raphael pulls down the rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Presidents. Jan Medina drives in and off-balance bucket gets in there for Jan Medina. Quick shot there by Hopkinton. Quincy with the rebound. Medina now quickly coming back. And they're going to count the basket. Great job there by Medina. Sidesteps the defender and was able to get the bucket to go in, and will go to the line for a 3-point play. Torrey Ostrom Hall gets called for the foul.
His first. Medina on the line, shooting 1.
And Bagaj with the rebound. And he can't put it back up and in though. Josh Kim in the corner, finds Ostrom Hall at the top. He drives in and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 as Bagaj and Raphael were both there. And they're going to call it against Raphael.
At the line number 3, Torrey Ostrom Hall, shooting 2. And Presidents call a timeout. So 3:15 to go here in the second quarter.
And the Presidents have doubled up Hopkinton so far, 30-15. You can log on to QATV's website at qatv.org for program information, membership information, video on demand, live streaming, and more. So we can log on to qatv.org. Quincy boys and Quincy girls basketball teams both made the tournament. Again, if Quincy wins here tonight, they'll travel to Beverly on Saturday, February 28th at 3 p.m. To take on the Panthers. Quincy girls, their first game of the tournament was supposed to be tomorrow night, and they'll be playing Durfee, but with all the snow that Fall River had, that game has gotten postponed to Sunday afternoon. So March 1st at 3 p.m. will be the Presidents hosting the Durfee Hilltoppers in the girls' first game of the tournament. North Quincy girls also made the tournament. They're going to be playing on Saturday afternoon against the winner of Wayland and Silver Lake. Yamadina for three, can't get it to go in. Hillers finally bring down the ball, and up and in on the layup was Josh Kim. Foul's going to be called against the Presidents, it looks like.
Quincy foul number 3, Sean Conroy.
And Sean Conroy called for the foul.
His first.
That's Conroy's first foul. Each team has 4 team fouls as we come across a 2:20 mark, or come up to 2:20 mark. And take to the hole there by Connor McNally is good. Look at Conroy might have gotten away with a foul there as well. So a little bit of a break there for Quincy. Panay caught, and bad pass gets taken away by McNally. Ostrom Hall driving in. Yamadina with a block, saved it himself, and saved there by Karsten Liu. Begaj lost the dribble, and they're going to say his foul is called on Rocco Spinelli.
Offensive foul number 15, Rocco Spinelli. At the line, number 30, Albert Begaj, shooting 2.
So Albert Begaj at the line to shoot 2. I just mentioned both teams had 4 team fouls, so that puts Hopkinton in the penalty, and Quincy will be shooting 2 free throws for the rest of the quarter.
Rocco Spinelli back on number 25, Conrad Witten in the ball game for Hopkinton.
Begaj makes both. 1:45 to go here in the second quarter. 32-19, Quincy on top. Yeah, nice defense down by Begaj as well. Knocks that ball away out of the hands of Bushaman. Karsten Liu, see, he loses it but gets it back and then gets fouled. Connor Nguyen on the foul.
At the line, number 23, Karsten Liu, shooting 2.
Liu makes both. 34-19, Quincy on top. And Connor McNally got too low underneath, had two defenders right on him, and he lost the ball. So Presidents take over. .1:15 left to go in the second quarter. Hillers again with full court pressure, and this time it results in a turnover. And missing the shot there was McNally, had a nice fake. Hillers do get it back. Helter-skelter play here, under a minute to go in the quarter. And strong take to the hole by Gavin Cho, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Carson Ward, his first. Number 10, Gavin Cho, shooting two. Number 23, Miles Healy, in the ball game for the Hillers.
One or two at the line for Cho. 34-20, Quincy on top. 45 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Jathan Panay almost lost it, gets over to Conroy. Panay, corner three, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Lou, and he gets fouled, he'll go to the line. 29.8 seconds left to go here in the second quarter.
Rocco Spinelli at the line. Carson Lubau, the shoot.
Foul called on Rocco Spinelli, that's his third personal.
Good.
One or two, 15-point lead for the Presidents. Today brings it across half court. Presidents can hold for the final shot. 15 seconds. 10 seconds to go now here. Conroy shoots a three and can't get the roll. Loose ball into the hands of Abba Bakaj, excuse me. And he'll go to the line to shoot two as he got fouled. So Bakaj at the line with 3.2 seconds left to go here in the quarter.
Foul from number 22, Andrew Bushman, his second. Number 25, Finn Jenner in the ball game for Quincy.
Final shot here at the end of the quarter, and nice attempt there by Gavin Cho, but it's no good. And the Presidents do a nice job here in the second quarter and are able to extend their lead. They lead now 35-20 over the Hopkinton Hillers. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break here at Quincy High School, and we will come back with second half coverage in just one moment, so please stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to Monroe McLean Gymnasium at Quincy High School. We're at the half. The Quincy Presidents lead the Hopkinton Hillers by a score of 35-20. Real quick, we'll run down some halftime stats for the Presidents. Malcolm Amaro leads the way with 8 points. Jan Medina and Aber Bagaj both with 6. Jathan Panay with 5. Sean Conroy with 4. Sean Perry and Karsten Liu each have 3 points for the Presidents. For Hopkinton, leading the way with 5 points is Tori Alstrom Hall. Connor McNally and Josh Kim each have 4 points. Andrew Buscherman has 3. Gavin Cho, Miles Heavey, and Patrick Riley all have 2 points for the Hillers. So again, 35-20 is our score as we get ready to start the third quarter here at Quincy High School. Presidents, the number 24 seed, Hopkinton, the number 41 seed in the Division I tournament. This is the preliminary round of the boys tournament. Game was delayed a couple days due to no school here in the city of Quincy because of the blizzard. Game was originally scheduled for Tuesday and moved to today. And fouls called on Jan Medina.
Quincy foul, number 11, Jan Medina. This was the line, Tori
And Tori Alstrom Hall will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Hillers. A 1-2 for Alstrom Hall, making it 35-21. Again, Hillers come with full court pressure and traveling call against Jan Medina. So the Hillers get the turnover they're looking for, and will take the ball over deep in Quincy's end. And nice shot there by Josh Kim. Bekaj with a nice feed there from Sean Perry. And Bekaj gets the rebound as well down the other end. Seven minutes to go here in the third quarter. Perry comes across half court and fouls called on Alstrom Hall. That's Alstrom Hall's second foul. McMurrow trying to fight for the rebound, goes into the hands of Gavin Cho though. And turnover there for the Hillers. Medina quickly coming down, off-balance shot, can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Hillers. Miles Heavey with the bucket there for the Hillers. (37-25). Jathan Panay for 3, can't get it to go. And it looks like Bekaj will get called for the foul, and he does.
His second.
Nice block there by Malcolm McMurrow. His driving in was Miles Heavey, but McMurrow was right there to knock that shot away. So remain Hillers ball, 26 seconds on the shot clock. 5:58 left to go in the third quarter. Play for the loose ball, and Jan Medina comes away with it. Bekaj again for the presence, gets that loose ball and puts it up and in. 10 points now for Aber Bekaj. Nice bucket there by Tori Alstrom Hall, off bounds, gets it to go in. Alstrom Hall gets called for the foul. He's limping as well. Looks like they're going to get a substitution in for him. In the meantime, at the line is Bekaj for the Presidents to shoot 2.
Line change for the Rebels.
1 or 2 for Becage. Long three-pointers, no good by Gavin Show. Quincy comes away with it. Panay bring the ball up now for the Presidents. Nice pass over to Sean Perry. And Perry's going to slow things down, set it up now for the Presidents. Great running hook shot there by Malcolm McMurrow. McMurrow now in the double digits at 10 points. And traveling called on Jan Medina. Ball got held up on his hip as he took a step to his left. Christian Raphael checks back in now for Quincy. Rebounded there by Jan Medina, gets up to Perry. Medina almost lost it, able to save it. And McMurrow can't make the bunny. Raphael gets the rebound and puts it up and in. (44-27). Quincy with the lead. Another great shot there by Jathan Panay as he comes down to get the bucket. 46-27 as we come up on the 3:30 mark in the third quarter. Connor Nguyen with the three. And quickly right back down the other end is Christian Raphael for 2. Another nice move there by Nguyen. Quick steal here by the Hillers. Fight for the rebound. They get it back and up and in is Bushaman. So Hillers with a couple of quick points here. Trying to cut down the lead. 48-34.
Huffington foul on the 25,
Connor Nguyen gets called for the foul. That's his third. Team's third. President's ball. 2:45 to go here in the third quarter. And fouls called on Christian Raphael. Offensive foul. That's Raphael's third foul, so he's going to come out of the game. Becage checks back in. Holstrom Hall, no good from 3. Perry with the rebound, quickly gets it across half court. And fouls called on the floor. Josh Kim called for the second foul, for his second foul, excuse me. That's the team's fourth now. And Sean Conroy looking for a foul, nothing called. Hillers quickly come back down court. And around the rim and in. defensive foul called, and going to the line will be the Presidents. Great job there. Foul was called, looks like on number 3, Tori Ostrom Hall.
Fouls on Tori Ostrom Hall. That's his fourth foul.
Fourth foul against Ostrom Hall. And Medina at the line.
Good. Number 5, McNally for Hopkinton. Number 5, Jacob Bonet for Quincy.
Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And another 3 in the corner there for Connor Nguyen. Hillers come up with a steal. And open shot there by Miles Heavey. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by McMurrow. And Panay will get called for the travel. Took that extra step there right at the end.
Hopkinton ball.
One minute, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Quincy with the lead, 51-39. McNally with the ball, 10 on the shot clock for the Hillers. And McNally got caught down low, was trying to get it out, and the Hillers will luck out there. There was 3 seconds on the shot clock, and a foul was called on the Presidents. Sean Perry called for the foul. That's his third.
His third. Crossing the wall, 23 in the ballgame, was Sean Perry for Quincy.
58 seconds left in the quarter. New England was trying to drive baseline. Nice defense by Medina. Shot no good by Josh Kim. McMurrow with the rebound. And a foul's called, it looks like on number 14, Josh Kim.
Hopkinton foul on 15, Rocco Spinelli is the third. Nothing tomorrow at the line to shoot 2.
So that was the team's 5th, and the penalty is Hopkinton, so Malcolm McMurrow goes to the line for 2 shots. Conroy gets the rebound, still fighting for it. Carson Liu, and he can't get it. McMurrow finally gets the bucket and up and in. And Quincy players down on the floor. Looks like it is Sean Conroy. Conroy down on the floor. 36.6 seconds left here in the quarter. Looking at his left ankle, I believe. And he's getting helped off. Steve Garofalo, trainer here for the Presidents and for Quincy High. So So hopefully Sean's all right. Definitely looking at his left ankle, lower leg. All right, 30 seconds to go. But a 1 second differential between game and shot clock. Ten seconds on the shot clock, 11 on the game clock. Hillers get into action now. Nguyen's shot is good. Nice shot there by Connor Nguyen. And Quincy can't get a shot off before the buzzer, but nonetheless, they're going to take a 12-point lead here to the end of the third quarter. They lead 53-41. I mentioned earlier, the winner of this game will go to Beverly on Saturday and take on the Panthers in the round of 32 in the tournament. Quincy High girls, they'll have their first game this Sunday, March the 1st at 3 p.m. They'll be hosting Durfee High School. Quincy is the number 11 seed, Durfee the number 22 seed. Down the other end of the city, the North Quincy girls, the number 9 seed in the Division II tournament. They're going to be hosting either number 24 Silver Lake or number 41 Wayland. That Silver Lake Wayland game is going to be tomorrow, February 27th at 5 p.m. So we'll have to wait and see who the Raiders will be taking on. Raiders game will be at North Quincy on Saturday at 1 p.m. Other tournament action, the boys hockey team for the Quincy North Quincy team, they're going to be going to Essex North Shore Tech. That game is going to be happening later on tonight at 8 p.m. The Quincy North Quincy team is number 24 seed, and Essex North Shore is the number 9 seed. And earlier today, the girls hockey team for Quincy North Quincy, they took on Canton, and unfortunately the girls lost that game by a score of 4-1. So the combined team for this season has come to an end. All right, fourth quarter underway here at Quincy High. Again, 53-41 Presidents on top of the Hillers. And ball taken away there by number 10, Gavin Show for the Hillers. He quickly comes back down, but Malcolm McMurrow will meet him and block that ball. That's the third block here tonight for McMurrow. Bagage with the rebound for the Presidents. Off to Sean Perry. And blocking foul is going to be called on number 25, Connor Nguyen.
Blocking foul on number 25, Connor Nguyen. His fourth.
That's the fourth foul against Nguyen. Bagage with another 2 points. That's 13 here tonight for Aber Bagage, the freshman for the Presidents. Nice defense there by Jathan Panay. And great bucket there by Miles Heavey, who's able to get it up and in. Quincy just does get it across, and Bagage is the one who's up there. Nice break of the press for the Presidents and an easy bucket. 57-43, Quincy with the lead. And that goes off the back of the backboard and out of bounds. Great pass there. McMurrow finds Bagage for the 2 points. 17 points now for Albert Bagage. McMurrow with another rebound here tonight as well. Quickly gets up to Jan Medina. 6 minutes to go here in the game. Presidents with a 59-43 lead. Hillers come down with a rebound. 3-point shot there is short by Ostrom Hall. And it's going to go off Quincy. Hillers ball. .545 left in the game. Loose ball, and it's going to go off the Hillers. Nice job there by McMurrow to put the pressure on Rocco Spinelli. Yeah, McMurrow picked up his dribble in the corner of the court, right where you don't want to do it. And Matt Ramponi, the President's head coach, calls a timeout to keep the possession.
On Sunday, the Quincy girls basketball team will play in Derby. Tip-off time will be at 3 o'clock. Quincy ball.
Medina driving straight in, but he's going to get called for the offensive foul. Give credit to Torrey Ostrom Hall. Held his ground as he saw Medina heading his way. And Medina called for the offensive charge. Ostrom Hall has 4 personal fouls, so was risking his 5th there. Picks it up on Medina. Ostrom Hall down the other end for 3. That's no good. Gets his own rebound. And off-bounce layup is up and good. 10 points for Ostrom Hall. He and Connor Nguyen with 10 lead the way for the Hillers. Jan Medina splits the defense and puts up 2 points. He now has 11. Rocco Spinelli with that bucket for the Hillers. Bagage takes the pass from Medina. Medina looked like he was going to go for the layup and pass off at the last second. And Jathan Panay, great defense down the other end, takes that ball away from Josh Kim. And results in a foul on Andrew Bushaman. Now Medina went down to the floor hard. He's going to take a second to get up and loosen up. Good job by Medina to get the ball up, and ball goes out of bounds off of the Hillers. Looked like Ostrom Hall was the last man to touch it, so remains Quincy ball. 4:28 to go now here in the game. A 63-47 lead for the Presidents. And offensive foul called against Quincy. Raphael called for his foul, or called for his 4th foul, excuse me. And Medina with the bump on Connor McNally.
Quincy foul on number 11, Jan Medina. His fourth. His third. Out of bounds, Quincy ball.
Miscommunication there by the Hillers, out of bounds, President's ball. See Sean Conroy walking around behind the bench area, so that's good news for Quincy High. Medina splits the defense and he gets it to go in. Yamadina, an acrobatic layup there for the Presidents. And he'll go to the line for a three-point play.
Foul number 25, Ryan Wynn. His fourth. Medina at the line to shoot one.
Medina can't get it to go in. McMurrow's right there for the layup. 20-point lead now for the Presidents with 4 minutes to go. Oh, great pass down to Raphael from Sean Perry. Medina jumper is good, 69-47. And another block there from Malcolm McMurrow. He's smiling, having fun out there for the Presidents. And they were trying to look up court for Sean Perry, and they cannot connect. And 5 new players now coming in here for the Hillers. As head coach Tom Keene getting some other players on his bench into the game. Shot there by Jay Wantate is no good. Ball taken away. Alex Piccioli drives in and it is good.
Passing by Alex Piccioli.
And traveling violation called against Jan Medina. Trevor Hodney was driving in for the Hillers. His shot gets blocked, but will remain Hopkinton ball. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to go. Loose ball into the hands now for the Presidents. Sean Perry down the other end, can't get it to go. Panay with the rebound, and Panay gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
At the line, Jacob Panay, shoot 2. Foul number 21, Cole Schmidlin.
Cole Schmidlin called for his first foul.
Good.
Panay makes both foul shots and he'll go to the bench. 9 points here tonight for Jathan Panay. Jay Wantate with a nice layup there for the Hillers. Still a 20-point lead here for the Presidents. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left to go. 71-51. And Sean Perry's going to come out of the game here. Nice game for Perry. Oliver Bridges checks in for the first time here tonight. Jan Medina cuts, spins, and puts it up and in for the layup. 17 points now for Jan Medina. And he comes up with a steal on the defensive end. And a nice little finger roll there by Medina, and another steal for the Presidents. And it looks like a timeout was called by Quincy. And Jan Medina checking out. Nice round of applause there for Jan Medina. Lucas Chen has checked in. And a three-point shot from the corner is good by Trevor Hodney. And Christian Raphael puts up a bucket for the 2 points as we are now under 1 minute to play here with a 77-54 lead for Quincy High. Raphael still going hard. Jay Wante with the bucket though. And senior captain Malcolm McMurrow checks out with a big round of applause from the bench and the Quincy High fans. McMurrow with 14 points here tonight. Nice game by Malcolm. Then Gendron has checked in. Gendron for three and can't get it to go. Raphael with the rebound, up and in. 30 seconds to go here in the game. And another steal there by the Presidents. Lucas Chen gives it off to Karsten Liu. Everyone getting in here on the scoring for the Presidents in the last couple of minutes. And 10 seconds to go here for the Presidents, and they're going to have an impressive preliminary round win. Jay Wante gets the final bucket here for the Hopkinton Hillers, but a big run here by the Presidents at the end of the game. And a final score as the Presidents will move on now in the MIA Division I tournament, an 81-58 victory over the Hopkinton Hillers. Game was close at different points, and then here in the fourth quarter, Presidents really just pulled it away. And again, especially in the last few minutes, impressive job there by the Presidents. Seniors coming out, making some steals, making some nice buckets to bring up the score and make sure the victory was never in doubt for Quincy High School. Real quick, we'll run down some stats. First, leading the way for the Presidents, Aber Bekaj had 19 points, and with him as well was Jan Medina, who came on strong in the second half. So again, Medina and Bekaj both with 19 points. Malcolm McMurrow just behind them, he had 14 points. Jathan Panay had 9 points. Christian Raphael had 8. Karsten Liu with 5. Sean Conroy with 4. And Sean Perry had 3 points for the Presidents. Again, 81 points for Quincy High. For Hopkinton, leading the way with 10 points was Tori Alstrom Hall and Connor Nguyen, again, each with 10 points. Josh Kim and Miles Heavey had 6 points, as did Jay Wante with 6 points here in the last couple minutes of the fourth quarter. Andrew Boosterman had 5 points. Connor McNally with 4. Trevor Hodney had 3. Gavin Cho, Rocco Spinelli, Alex Piccioli, and Patrick Riley all had 2 points for the Hillers. So the Presidents will move on to the round of 32, and they're going to go to Beverly to take on the number 9 seeded Panthers on Saturday, February 28th. That game, again, is at 3 p.m. in Beverly. So the Presidents will move up to a record of 17-5, and see if now again they can go to Beverly, to the North Shore, and come up with a big victory. I also mentioned for the girls for Quincy High School, they're going to be playing here at home on Sunday, March 1st at 3 p.m. against Durfee High School, and the North Quincy girls basketball team will be playing on Saturday, February 28th at 1 p.m. against either Silver Lake or Wayland High School. That game is going to be tomorrow on the 27th. Want to thank our crew here at Quincy Access TV for coming out and making this game possible. We had Ryan McWade on our production crew. On camera was Nadan Nair, and on audio and our engineer was Chris Potter. So again, final score, the Presidents moving on to the round of 32 with an 81-58 victory over the Hopkinton Hillers. For Chris Potter and Nadan Nair and Ryan McWade, and for all the staff and crew of Quincy Access TV, my name is Jonathan Caleri. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of QATV Sports. We'll see you next time.